most people fail not because they lack talent, they fail because they lack commitment. The topic of today is a decision that was made by our author as a 29-year-old minister when he was faced with his first major building project. We call it major because that building costed about $1 million. The whole budget was about $1 million. And based on this, he made a decision. And what was that decision he made? He said if something was worth doing, then he would commit himself to carrying it out through. Now, after making that commitment, he was tested. Oh man, he was really tested. Now, have you heard of this saying, motion causes friction? I don't know if you're a science student. I was a science student while I was in secondary school. But for everyone who is not a science student, for motion, once something is being moved together, there's always, once something is rubbing, two surfaces are rubbing, friction will always occur. Now that was exactly what happened after he made that decision. The motion towards achieving that particular building project caused a lot of friction that would actually set up a fire alarm. But he stood true, he stuck to his decision, and he made it true. Why? To accomplish great things, you need tenacity. And this can only be found when one embraces commitment wholeheartedly. Hello and welcome. This is the Review With Me podcast, and if you're just joining me, we're so happy to have you on our podcast today. I am your host and your walk-through reading coach, Mrs. P's Terminal. I hope you've been able to catch up on all our previous episodes of the book we are reading, because we are reading Make Today Count by John Maxwell, and we are in chapter 6. Chapter 6 is titled Commitment, as you've guessed. Now, if you're ready and you feel someone else needs to hear this, please hit the like button, share, subscribe, tag that person you think needs to hear this, and also tell us where you're watching this podcast from, and we'll be glad to hear from you. Now, if you're ready, come with me and let's find out how to make the decision, or making the decision of making and keeping proper commitments to the assignments that you want in order to make your day count. Number 1, count the costs. Count the cost. Now, back to the story I said. John Maxwell, as a 29-year-old minister back then, counted the cost of the project. He knew it was a multi-dollar project. It was a project that was very large. So he counted the cost, and that was how they were able to arrive first at the fact that that project will actually amount to $1 million. So count the cost. Commitment becomes stronger when you've counted the cost. When you've counted the cost of that particular thing you're about to do, because it is very difficult to stand by a commitment that you naively enter into. Every commitment has a cost. Count the cost. Number 2, determine the price. Now, since you've counted the cost of the commitment, you have to decide if you're willing to pay the price and follow through. How do you pay the price? You insist, you put everything you've got to ensuring that you follow through. Now, still looking at that story, we said they counted the cost and they found out that the project was going to cost about $1 million. And that was what led to his decision that anything worth doing is worth putting all his effort and all his commitment into seeing it come true. The truth is, everything in life exacts a price on us. But you now decide which price is actually worth the price. So, which price, P-R-I-C-E, is worth the price, P-R-I-Z-E. Because everything, you pay the price. Like my coach always say, there's always a price to pay. Every part, everything is hard. You choose your hard. You choose which one you want to do. You choose which hard that will be better for you. Now, number 3, always strive for excellence. A wise man once said, people forget how fast you do a job, but they don't forget how well you did that job. My papa will always say, my spiritual father, David Ibemi, will say, in everything you do, strive for excellence. Excellence means doing something excellently well, doing it or going up and beyond what people expect of you. A dedication to excellence can fire up your commitment. Let's look at a craftsman, for example. People that are involved in craftsmanship, they pay attention to details. They do everything bit by bit. The carving, the sculpturing, they do everything. And that is why when they put their artwork out on display, they want you to look closely. They want you to pay attention to all the details. They want you to look at everything. They want you to imagine. imagine the beauty, the work that was put into ensuring that this thing came out excellently well. Excellence, like I said, is doing the very best in everything and in every way. Now, how then do we manage the discipline of commitment? Remember, we said to make today count, there are two things that are very important. Decision, daily decision, good decisions, and daily discipline. Now, making a decision to commit is actually a very good decision, but that decision must be backed up with daily discipline. If not, you won't actually achieve your potential and end up making your day count. Now, this decision led to a daily discipline of renewing his commitments daily and thinking about the benefits that come from it. And to do this, he put some particular things in mind, and those are the things we'll be talking about. Number one, expect commitment to be a struggle. Now, on this particular point, the author talked about himself and his family going on a vacation where their aim was to visit different historical sites of their country. And at most of these historical sites, they saw either images, carved sculptures, or whatever of different men and women that actually founded and preserved their country. Now, these people, the pictures and the images they saw, the artworks they saw, actually depicted and explained the battles these people fought, the risks they took, the sacrifices they made in order to ensure that the country which they actually are living in was preserved and was it was founded. Now, you know, the author is actually from the US, so talking about the US and every sacrifice that was made. While he was reflecting on this, he came to a particular understanding of a very simple lesson. Commitment doesn't come easy. Anything worth having is not going to come easy. There is going to be a struggle for it. So you see, while people are actually sitting down and expecting good will always come to those who do good, you will keep waiting. You will try waiting there, because everything that is good has a part to play. That's why we have this saying, he who doesn't work will not eat. There is a work part. There is a putting in of something in order to get something out. So, in order to make your day count, you have to be ready to put in something. You have to be ready to work. Remember, commitment will stretch you. So, commitment is not something that just comes easy. Sometimes you don't feel like it. Today, honestly speaking, I didn't really feel like shooting. I'm so strong. Every part of me just wants to lie down and sleep. For some time, I've been very strong. I keep pushing myself to read, not because I feel like reading, but I have committed myself to ensuring that I put in the effort daily. So expect commitment to be a struggle. Number two, don't rely on your talent alone. I love watching this particular show, America's Got Talent, Nigerian Idol. There are a lot of talent shows and talent hunt shows that are ongoing where you see a lot of people. Now, one thing that is common to most of these talents is that you see different people. You see about 100 people come and they are singing. Some people come and they are dancing. People come with different, skills. Now, there are a lot. But what are the judges looking for? They are looking for uniqueness. And what brings about uniqueness? Commitment. So everybody has the talent. There are a lot of people, if you sing, there are a lot of people that actually even sing better than you. But what makes you stand out? To reach your potential, you must add a strong work ethic to your talent. Your talent alone is not enough, because there are a lot of other people that are blessed with that same talent that you have. But what makes you stand out is having a strong and a unique work ethic. To get something out of your day, you must be willing to put in something. And that's something that you need to put in is the commitment to keep at it. So yes, sometimes at the beginning point, it doesn't seem easy. It actually it looks messy. But in that mess comes something unique, as long as you keep at it, as long as you stay committed to it. Now, when I started this podcast, I said it before on one of my podcasts, I said I had people that were working with me who were actually helping me out with shooting, and even with the editing. But at some point, life happens, and every one of them, their lives steered them towards a different direction, and they couldn't meet up. So it was actually affecting my own commitment. It was affecting my consistency with putting up videos. I had to sit down and start working on. So it's beyond just talking. I also had other things to do in order to ensure that my video is up and out there. If you look at the processes of my video, there are some of them that don't really look so nice, but I kept at it. I kept at it. This is not like the best of it, but it is from where I'm coming from. It is showing that I have put in a lot of commitment into doing my work. So your talent is not enough. Commitment needs to be added to it. Let's run very quickly. Focus on choices. That's number 3, not conditions. Now, there are 2 approaches. People actually use 2 approaches to this. The first set of people, we see choices and conditions. Choices is internal, condition is external. So the first set of people focus on the external, that's conditions. Why? People here expect conditions to determine when they keep their commitment or whether they keep their commitment or not. Hence, their commitments become as wavy as the wind. Now, if we read our Bible very well, looking at the children of Israel and talking about Reuben, when Joseph was pronouncing blessings on his children, he said, Reuben, thou art unstable as water, thou shalt not succeed. What does that mean? Because of instability, Reuben could not succeed. He can do something today and tomorrow he pauses. So that's the thing about commitment. When you look at the conditions of things around you, when you look at the external, it affects your commitment, and you end up not being as committed consistently as you're supposed to be. The next set of people, they focus on the internal. Now, people here base their actions on the choices, and their choices each day. Now, the thing about their choices is that their each choice is at a crossroad of whether they should confirm to do something or compromise it. They either confirm that they do something or they compromise it. So that you're actually even picking choices does not automatically or holistically mean you are correct. You have to ensure that the choice you're picking is to stay committed. What does this mean? You are truly and fully in control of your choices, but you have to focus on it and make that choice with integrity. So the other time we're talking about values. One of the values every person as a human being should have is integrity. That is one amongst other values. So when you're making choices, your choices should be based on integrity. When you make a choice, you stick to it. Let your yes, the Bible says, let your yes be yes and let your nay be nay. Don't be unstable as water, because when you're unstable, you cannot hold water. Can anybody catch water and hold it? Because water is unstable. As you're trying to hold it, it is moving like this. And once you actually are unstable as water, you can't commit, and that will not make your day to count. The next one, be single-minded. I love this particular scripture very much. It says, if their eye is single, their whole body shall be full of light. If their eye is single, it means single-mindedness means being focused. It means persevering on a particular thing. Now, it may not look like it at first. Don't be someone who just touches and run away. You do something, you don't even stay. People should learn to have staying power, and that is one of the things that is missing in our generation. In the generation today, the Gen Z and the Gen Alpha generation, they lack the staying power to stay and commit to things. They just want immediate results, and that is why most people actually end up doing fraudulent activities. They end up looking for quick riches, quick money, quick everything, because they lack the staying power to start small, stay on it, and let it grow. Anything that starts from the top will not last. Like my papa will always say, the only thing that starts from the top is the grave. Every other thing starts from down and grows upwards. So let your eye be single. Be single-minded. And then finally for today, do what is right, even when you don't feel like it. Now, this means deciding not to quit. It actually connects to having a single-minded focus. It connects to it. So you decide not to quit. Everything comes with challenges. Like we said earlier, there's always a price to pay. Life is not just smooth all around on its own. I was reading a book by my parenting coach, Parenting Lessons from the Bible. She said parenting is more about spiritual responsibility and human struggle. There is always a struggle. For everything, there's a struggle. That's why the Bible says we press towards the mark. We press. That pressing means you have to do something. So even when it is hard, sit at it. Refuse to quit. Refuse to let go. If you do what you can only when you can, then your commitment will be wavering. Like a wise man once said, when you are interested in doing something, you do it only when it is convenient, only when you have the chance. But when you are committed to doing something, you sit for no excuse. Your stance is a stance of no excuse. You stick to it. Whether you are sick, whether you are right, whether you are strong or not, you stick to that thing until you begin to get results. So the only thing that makes you relax a little is when you begin to see the results. So my question to you today is, what's one thing you are committed to doing? And what daily discipline are you picking to ensure that you do that thing? Are you working with integrity, choices that are made based on integrity? Are you going to add strong work ethics to your talent? Are you going to strive for excellence? Are you going to be single-minded? Will you quit, or will you sit at it until you get a result? Remember, to make your day count, you need to sit at it. You need to focus. You need to plan and follow through with your day. And that is when you will begin to smile, because your day is beginning to become something. Thank you very much for staying with me. I hope you enjoyed this particular episode just like I did. I am sticking to my commitment. I am being single-minded, and I'm beginning to add a strong work ethics to my talent. Everybody can talk. There's nobody that cannot do this. But I told myself, peace, I will keep striving to get better. Thank you very much. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and follow. Invite someone. Let's recultivate once again reading culture in our society. I'll be seeing you in the next daily dozen, which is also the next chapter. Thank you very much, and God